Can I?
Are we? Are we?
Can we?
Finneganna?
I think we're live.
I'm gonna have it open.
That's what being live feels like.
Welcome to P3 Reacts. We don't normally do the non-anime reacts without or with Slam Zone here, but today we're bringing Slam Zone on board because I'm pretty sure he's a Final Fantasy fan, right? You've played Final Fantasy VII, right?
Oh yeah, big Final Fantasy fan. Played 7,
yeah.
played 8, played 9, 10. I think I stopped at 13.
Actually, we reacted to the Twisted Metal thing with Nick, didn't we?
That's right.
Yeah.
We did. Yep.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sober, guys.
Actually, I just got actually, which is what the whole Final Fantasy Rebirth storyline is. It's them actuallying you, the actual storyline. Actually, that never happened.
It's about this.
Okay. What do you guys know about this trailer? Does anybody know anything about it? I only know one thing.
I only know one thing, and it's that they took Tifa off on a stretcher, and they're saying something about Tifa being dead now. That's what I know.
So the thing that I know is that it's going to be 2 discs.
I know that too. That's kind of exciting. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a gigantic fucking game.
Holy shit.
So
they're like, you're going to need to install this 500 gigabyte thing on your fucking
Oh yeah,
game.
you're going to have to get a new SSD.
Put this 2 in.
Dude,
Yeah.
when it came out, when Remake came out, I got a new TV.
Yeah. And then me and Zach sat and played the whole thing together. I watched, me and him watched it, like, because I was like, I can't miss. I, of course, couldn't afford it, and I couldn't afford a PS5. And I think even at that time, I didn't have a computer that could run it. And so, yeah, when it came
it wasn't out yet on PC.
Oh, that's what it was.
It came out like a year later. So I'm very excited to see what they've done because, like, I've tried to avoid spoilers.
But Nick, just for context, you've beaten all of the original Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Big fan, or like, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? 7's easily my favorite.
Oh, it's a toss-up between 7 and 9.
Yeah, 7 and 9's those are my 2 favorites too. I agree.
Yeah. Like 8's
I feel like
really
we're just
good.
saying 8 sucks.
Well,
8 was the first one I ever played.
The draw system is trash.
The draw system is
draw
trash.
system's dog
Yeah,
shit.
but the GF system and the card game was good.
I like the magic too. That the fact that you're like actually stalking magic, like
That's the draw system.
No, not like having to draw it, but like
gotcha.
having magic without MP, like having like MP that you got a dick with, like
right.
the fact that it's like a stockable item. But I did hate having to draw stuff. Like that was all bullshit. Hated that shit.
Like, I feel like if I already have to deal with the items, like, you want me to deal with a whole set of, like, a whole nother menu.
You should have. They should have made it so that you didn't have to draw. That you had to do it from refining items. Like, because as soon as you learn magic refine from the GFs, like that should have been the way to get more like magic at your fingertips. You know, like as opposed to dealing with the whole draw thing. I feel like personally.
So I think then we can unanimously agree, all 3 of these hosts on this channel, we all think Final Fantasy VII is the best game, right?
Yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, I would say it's probably the best one.
Of all the, not the best game ever. I mean, opinions vary there.
Of the Final Fantasy series, I would say 7. Of the original, right? We're talking between 7, 8, 9.
I would
10,
even
8.
say out of the modern ones, I still think it's better than the modern ones.
Really, yeah, I would probably even say that too. Yeah, because I like I said, I stopped playing after 13 because it was dog trash. So like, yeah, I would say 7 is a toss up between 7 and 9 for me.
I didn't play 16 or is it 15 with the one
15.
with Noctis. So that you said that one was pretty good, Zach.
The story's just a little convoluted towards the end. I think that it's really cool, but as somebody who's played, what have I played? I've played 1, 3, 6, Tactics, 7. I didn't play 8 or 9.
Tactics is 5, right?
I love Tactics. No, Tactics was its own game.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Because there's like 6 and 5. 6 and Tactics I've never played.
Chronicles
is 5.
And 6, right?
Chronicles is sorry, I have it. I could pull it up, but so you had a pack that was 1 and 2. That was Origins. Chronicles was Chrono Crusade and 5. That was the one for PlayStation. And then 3 and 2 were on Super Nintendo. And then 4 and 4 and 6 were on Game Boy Advance.
But the ones that were on PlayStation was 6, 7, 8, 9.
PlayStation 1. I think that was because wasn't there an import error where they switched 2 of the numbers? Like 6 was actually 5 in the number.
6 is actually 3.
6 is actually 3. Okay. Yeah. Then the one that was on the Chronicles. No, 6 was the one. I don't know. It's all fucky. It's super fucky. Yeah. Right.
It's all fucked up.
But at 7, I mean, it's a landmark game, not only in the Final Fantasy series, but in gaming culture. And its longevity is proven, I think, in its spin-offs and the strength of its fan base.
There's things about the first Final Fantasy VII that I feel like you can still learn. Like I've played it a bunch of times, but I'm still learning. Like I remember the last playthrough, I learned about how to do Flash, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I've been missing this shit my whole fucking life. Like things like that, you know?
Yep. And I think that's what they're hinting towards with this big 2-disc game. I've been seeing that because I follow Final Fantasy. I follow their social medias. And they've been talking about it a lot. And they say things like, it's going to be a huge open world that you get to explore. It's going to have a lot of depth. It takes 2 discs. You know, the story is going to get huge, all this stuff.
They just broke fucking, they're like, oh, we're doing 2 discs. Now everyone else is going to be looking at it like, well, now we got to start doing 2-disc games.
Well, I mean, leave it to the Final Fantasy to set the standard again. That's exactly what they did last time.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I believe it. I believe that.
Hang on, I gotta. Oh God, we're in the Infinity Tunnel.
Oh no, we have to start over.
No, we don't have to start over. Wait, I could just have like a there we go. I mean, we've been preambling this for a long time. The point of this preamble is to, I think, actually show how much we do appreciate and love these games. Like, if we're going to react to something positively, it's going to be this, I think.
Am I the only one who's played
Rebirth? Remake?
I wish
think
I watched you guys play it, man. That was one fucking thing. I had shit going on, and I know
we never finished it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got too busy with work.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, we could always continue it. I wouldn't mind. Like, I don't know if I want to start over. So we were doing a side-by-side playthrough, and I was 100%ing the original Final Fantasy, and he was.
And I was just trying to beat it.
Yeah, and we were seeing who could beat it faster. Because by time we were looking at like speed strats and stuff like that, and it was about the same. Like if you could 100%, the original Final Fantasy or beat Rebirth.
The other one.
Yeah, or remake. Sorry. And,
yeah.
And so it was like fun. We were just doing like a little for fun race. And it's because I wanted to play the old one again and he wanted to play the new one again.
Yeah.
Well, I'd beaten it on the PS5 or PS4, whatever. And then I'd gotten it on PC and I was playing it on PC. It's a long game, dog. Like,
yeah. And the DLC too with Yuffie. You were going to play through that.
It's long.
Yeah.
So,
needless to say.
Okay, so wait, we kind of have to catch Nick up on what's going. Do you want to know the story for Remake, Nick?
I imagine it would have been close to the same story.
You're going to have to let him know. Yeah, let him know what happens.
So at the end, so they leave.
Wait, hang on. Spoilers. If you do not want to know what happens at the end of Remake, come back after you see. Come back after you see Walter White flip you off.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, anyway, so in the main story, right, like you leave, what's the first city called?
Midgar?
Yeah, well, you leave Midgar, right? And then you go into the overworld and then, you get all the information about Sephiroth and you go around and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You fight Sephiroth at the end of the game. Of this game. And it's like all about how they're changing the timeline and like, you're getting a different opportunity to tell a different story. Right?
Oh.
And so, it's very strange. And they're like, when it got to the end, because you're like, okay, most of the stuff is pretty similar, right? And then you get to the end and you're like, you realize that you're like fighting like a time thing, right?
Oh shit!
Think like Kingdom Hearts level weirdness. You're like,
yeah.
This is getting
warping through the end. Like the end of the first Kingdom Hearts was very trippy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost like it's self-aware, and it's like this is your opportunity to try to change things.
Yeah.
Like they've been hinting
like
at bringing,
Aerith doesn't die, like those kind of things.
Yeah, they're hinting on bringing back Zack. Like they're basically saying like you can do it right this time. Like here's the chance to do everything that you wanted to do in the original Final Fantasy, and like Sephiroth's back, and then all the Genova stuff is back, and like one of the big things is like there's like Mako ghosts. So people who were involved with the original
with the Mako incident.
No, it's like pretty much people who are just touched by Genova and Sephiroth. So like Tifa, Aerith, because they all came in close contact. Their destinies are being altered by these Mako ghosts.
Those things are essentially like designations that something is changing in the timeline. Like when they show up on the screen. Like
nice.
When it first gets like super involved, it stops you from going to do things. And it's like you're fighting against like what has happened in the past, right?
Yeah, like your destiny, the time.
Like how like the main party, like outside of our main party, like the other Avalanche members, how they die in Final Fantasy VII. In this one, they don't.
Yeah.
And so you get to see them like they do the lip service where you see that they actually survived instead of like you're like, well, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for the story? And you get a lot more information about their backstories instead of it just being like, oh, these were just people who were running with us,
they
right?
Just fucking died. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts is you really get into Biggs and Jesse and the Avalanche crew, and there's such a fount of information of it now too to pull from. Like, there's so much more depth.
Well, think about it this way, Nick. The whole game, like we did the talk about like 100, like we said 40 or 50 hours to 100% the game, right? Yeah. It takes that much just for you to get out of Midgar. So think about all the stuff they put in between that to give you information and like build the world.
Yeah, give you some what do I say, like blood to the story, and give it the life.
Yeah, and like Reno and Rude get a lot more character development.
Nice.
About like they get way more personality, more the Advent Children stuff.
It's funny. I was actually watching an interview with Bill Hader and Conan O'Brien, and they were talking about making the show Barry and how something evolves. Like meeting a person. When you first meet a person, you only know them on the surface, right? So you can only get surface information, but as time goes on and you learn more, you can learn how the person works, how things came to be, how these people and their personalities actually are, instead of you're just like, okay, this is Shinra, this is Avalanche, this is Reno and Rude and all them. What were they called? The Turks, right? Now, and then this is, Vincent and Yuffie. You have a whole backstory game for Yuffie now, whereas it was just Wutai, the one island, Like,
yeah, it's like...
There's so much more to this world.
Like the things that they couldn't do because, there's only so much room on the disc, technology is only so far, they get to actually spend the time doing this, right? Because it was like, what is it, 10 years? No, it was like 6 or 7.
It was a lot of years. It was a long time they've been announcing this remake.
And they've had, like 4 years to do this? The follow-up? So... I think that there's going to be a lot of questions, and this is at the end of the game. You get out of Midgar, and they're basically implying that you finally get to explore the rest of the world and like try to stop Sephiroth from what's happening, right?
Nice, yeah.
But like they have the whole one-winged angel scene. He just shows up, and then you're like, it's like a cutscene, and then it just shifts immediately into you fighting him, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit. Fuck, dude, that's cool.
All right, so
let's watch this bitch.
Yeah, we've had a 15-minute preamble. Now let's watch the video.
Boop.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible
already.
disaster.
I'm just like, God, it looks beautiful.
Tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the express,
that's the thing I've seen.
Search
What?
and rescue operations are already in progress.
They put the dog on a gurney?
What is going on?
Oh, Bubba, no.
Wow. Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
Just like me.
Was wondering, what's
Oh
Cloud been
my
doing these past
God.
few years?
Oh, they're gonna if they make the whole
Looks pretty
fucking
damn
map.
nice.
Asking me this?
Could you imagine exploring the entire
This is
final?
gonna sound
Oh my
crazy.
God, the Chocobo farm.
Chocobo Farm, dude.
Cloud was never in Nibelheim.
Why are they zooming in on the ass
Is
of the
this
chocobo like
race?
that?
Nah,
Wait.
Oh no, I don't want to know what this is. I mean, I know what it is, but like,
Of our star,
Oh man,
the blood coursing through its planetary veins.
oh
my
my
God,
God.
this is so cool,
I
dude.
love this. Like, this game has a visceral hold over me because I'm getting goosebumps and like the fluttery heart feeling right now.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him.
It's the soundtrack
Whatever
too.
happened, he's alive.
He's alive.
Why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what.
The music is so good.
Well, now,
You mean it's so expensive?
angered it.
They have their own touring like orchestra. They have a specific Final Fantasy orchestra. You know?
Oh my God.
I want
dude.
Yuffie to join the party because Yuffie was so much more fun to play than Cloud.
So that's what the combat's like in the other one, right? It's kind of like Kingdom Hearts combat a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, okay.
No, I wouldn't say it's like Kingdom Hearts. It's way
Okay.
more clunky,
Okay.
especially to play as Cloud.
But this is like this is what it looks like. This is combat.
Oh yeah, combat's good. I mean,
This is combat
that's
right here.
Yeah,
combat.
this is real time. Oh wow.
It's fun. I mean, it looks good. That's for sure.
And you have ATB and all that stuff, and combos, and it's active.
It's much more like.
So like
Kingdom
it's more
Hearts.
like you're playing Devil May Cry.
I mean, it's better
Oh,
than.
maybe not Devil May
turn-based.
Cry, but like
It looks so good. Ah!
it never feels like that when you're playing it.
There's Yuffie.
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul.
Oh my God.
She can become
What
those
the-
you hate, those you
Genova.
fear, those you love.
I think I heard that the guy who does the voice of Sephiroth had never played the game.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her.
No.
Or she.
They're gonna kill Tifa? They're gonna kill the main character?
No. Well, maybe to give Aerith back.
That would
I'd
be
still rather have
wild.
Tifa.
I can't.
Tifa was... Cloud is the... Okay, Barret is probably the worst character to play, but Tifa...
We're still
Tifa is the most fun to play because it's like you're playing like a fucking fighting game. You're playing like a brawler to play as her.
amidst the wreckage of the expressway.
I mean, I'm excited.
Well, you know it's gonna come out on PS5 timed exclusive, so I'm gonna have to buy it twice again.
Yeah, well.
Well, I'm further in my fucking PS5 playthrough.
Yeah, I'm. This is pretty nice. This is. I mean, I don't have a PS5 and my computer's not up to date, so I don't even be able to play it myself. But I mean, I definitely watch you guys play this. This looks definitely alluring and nice.
You gotta
It's like
watch go on YouTube and watch a cutscene compilation. You'll have to.
I mean, it's probably fine to get the story, but I bet it's like 10 hours.
It's probably a
Oh,
lot.
really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I love
Like, there's a
the
lot of cutscenes in the game. I bet it's a quarter of the game.
dude. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait, man. I hope they do a golden saucer, like some kind of side of thing.
The
Well, I bet this
Midgard
ends before Golden Saucer.
Are they gonna have a tower defense game? 'Cause that would be dope too. I would do that.
I bet it would be better.
It's gonna be a lot better. Are you kidding me?
I want to see fucking the town, Yuffie's town.
Nibelheim? Oh,
that what
Wutai. Wutai.
Yeah, I want to see the Wutai town.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like-
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. With the mountains.
Well, oh man, I wonder if you're gonna get a bit Vincent in this too, because if you're going to Nibelheim and you're able to explore and stuff, like I wonder to what degree you're gonna get to go, because the big, like where you put in like disc 2, I want to say was disc 2. It was like Midgar. Then let's see, disc 2 was after the weapon. It was after the weapon attacked. So,
Because the third disc is the crater, right?
it's
Or is it after Cloud turns into the
yeah, it's after
vegetable?
it's after the vegetable. Yeah, for lack of a better term. when Cloud has his PTSD.
Actually, Kirito, he had the same disease. They stole it from Sword Art Online.
Right.
It happened first there.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this folds out.
So they're doing a lot more combo attacks, which weren't in the original game. They were in the Yuffie DLC, which is like its own standalone game.
Okay.
And it's like really good. It has a very different tone. It's way more like heavy metal, like, and fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's less serious.
It's its own standalone game, you said?
Essentially. It's called Intergrade.
Okay.
I mean, they're putting a lot of work into this series. Let's be honest.
They're making $1 billion. I don't.
I know, right? They have, they had Final Fantasy VII toys at Disneyland. If you go to Disneyland in the right shops, you can find Final Fantasy VII toys.
You know this game's going to be $70, right, Chris?
Shh. I mean, I get to watch you play it, so I mean, unless you're charging me pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge you rent.
Pay-per-view, huh?
Pay the game up.
Yeah, I can only stream in 480p for you, but if you pay, I can kick it up to 1080.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in for this extra long react and lore explanation of the Final Fantasy VII. This is remake because it was Rebirth then remake, right?
No, it was remake then Rebirth.
Okay, this is Rebirth. Yes, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I can't wait for the comments for like how we were wrong. Like I bet this will be the video that goes viral
because we're so fucking wrong about everything.
They're talking about. They're fucking idiots.
That's not what the Mako ghosts are. Actually.